This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Voyagers of Oklahoma City taking on the Armadillos of Omaha. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys holding their own, 6-2 over their last 8. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys back home following their international trip a week ago. So we'll see if all that traveling has any lingering effects going forward. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good. For an Oklahoma City first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. They showed up a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Across midfield, he's on his way. And touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Armadillos will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Now the try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He's probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
2nd down and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
First down. A gain of 7. 1st down, Voyagers.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbons. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the slant, he'll give it to Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
Oklahoma City, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
City, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Off the option, that's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Mason Taylor. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Voyagers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Armadillos offense led by their running back headed out for the 2nd possession. He had the touchdown on the opening drive, and that has become a theme throughout the season. You take a look at where he ranks among the leaders in rushing touchdowns. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off play action. McKinley. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Open man is Bond. He's got it. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Off the play fake. McKinley. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now we'll see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 7-7, our score after 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Oklahoma City has the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st down, Voyager.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll get this out wide to Taylor. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Taylor. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Gibbons. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line.
2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. McKinley. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Off the bootleg. McKinley. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. This is Whitaker.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
That's good for an Omaha. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's Whitaker. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McKinley. And they're going to get it. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
To the left side, he finds Bond. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. McKinley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Armadillos are an extra point away from drawing level. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now back to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Oklahoma City, first down. It's a gain of 23 yards.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
First down.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
On first down, Gibbons. And he stopped immediately there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Not liking the look, they'll change the play.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
That's another Oklahoma City first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
This thrown quickly out to Jones. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Voyagers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Armadillos.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. This offense back to work now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Throwing to start the drive. McKinley
finding space at the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Holding offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense, because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
No brings up second down.
Off play action. McKinley. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
8-yard loss on the play.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hanson. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott, take it away.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. A touchdown, the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3. Able to slither by. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there. 42 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And this one's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he is going to lose yardage here. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to face a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. McKinley. Here's Higgins out on the right side. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Operating from the gun. McKinley. That's taken in by Bond. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off the play fake. McKinley. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Okay, ready? Set.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete to Whitaker. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Second and a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 44-yard line.
60 Eagles.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's another Omaha first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Burton. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Burton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Off play action. McKinley. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake. McKinley. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
A gain of 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, McKinley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. McKinley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
That's another Omaha first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Now they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Here we go, set.
Ahmed is in for a touchdown. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4, fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. A slant to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbons. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 3rd and 7.
Let's go now. Go.
Back to throw here. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. McKinley. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now
4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even. $20 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
For an Oklahoma City 1st down.
Up the middle they go. Rutherford. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They run the counter. Rutherford. And he gets stepped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is no good. Wide to the right. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A 4th quarter miss like that, there is no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Off the play fake. McKinley. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 46. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They give to Whitaker. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 140 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
Off play action. McKinley. Going right side here, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Let's go.
Off the bootleg. McKinley to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jermaine Burton from 4 yards out. And the Armadillos are able to build on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
John Parker Romo to kick
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now this offense about ready to take over again.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
He'll look to throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Here it is. 4th and inches.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for their strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
Second down and 6 now from the 26.
Here we go,
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Go.
Game in hand, the offense takes the knee.
victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's